everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we love our PDA.
Some do, some don't. We
Some
have
do, some
mixed
don't.
emotions.
What is your stance on PDA?
I don't need to see people being like blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't
with you.
I don't need
I
to
think
see
a
that.
certain amount, a little petting, maybe a little hand
A
holding.
an arm
Yeah.
around,
Yep.
like I even know like one time at one point in the BDF get together, Todd came up around behind me and like put his arms around my waist as I was talking to somebody. Like
Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's
that's all good.
appropriate.
I just don't need to see people like getting close to banging like
Yeah.
at the mall.
Like I told you, Timmy and I used to when we first started dating.
Yes, and you're real
It
obnoxious.
was real bad, guys. I apologize to everyone in the city of Wilkes-Barre.
But in a PDA sense, so we finished Nobody Wants This last night.
Yes.
I will not spoil it because I know people are still in the middle of it.
So good.
Loved it so much.
So good.
So much. Cannot wait for season 2.
Mhm.
Loved it so much.
Mhm.
The kissing between these two, fucking hot.
I know. I know.
Fucking
That first
hot.
kiss when he puts his hand on her face
Oh,
and
I know. I was like, it's a man kiss. I lost my mind. So hot. So hot.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. We're on video today. Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi. So you
Hi.
may see me muting and snorting and coughing and doing all the things that allergy season brings.
It's all good. It
Oh,
happens
my
to the best
shirt.
of us. Oh, what shirt are you wearing?
Ava Brothers.
Ah, nice. I
But
just
it
have a
kind of
plain.
looks like Looney Tunes.
It kinda does,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I just have a navy t-shirt on. Long sleeve, though, because
Oh.
we've reached long sleeve shirt season.
I have my little teacher cardigan on.
Nice. Nice, nice,
I
nice.
I ordered my Tata Farm shirt.
Okay, which one did you
The
get? Did you
new
get the one
design.
Oh, I what does the new design look like?
Oh, it's
I
nice.
Okay, hold on here. TAEDA Farms.
I should get a
These
couple and give them away to the BDFs for
You
something.
should. These people are, they're oh, shoot, I can't look at it on my computer
Oh,
because work blocks it because it's a
work.
brand new website.
Oh,
They
yeah.
block new websites, so hold on here. We gotta see what
Maybe
this looks like.
maybe I'll get a few and do a giveaway. Support Janelle.
Yeah, they're killing it.
We
Okay.
need to support our queen.
Their website is beautiful.
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is not worthy up.
No. Oh, I like the new one
I like the new
with
one.
the trees.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. But does it say Tata Farms at any point
I
on
think
it?
so. I think so.
I don't know if it does.
No?
I don't think it does. Just says building beauty from the That'd be very Janelle to try to, make a t-shirt to
Yeah.
rep her business and then forget to put the name of the business on the shirt.
Let me look. I'm looking close up here. Let me see. Oh no, I don't think it does.
Oh, no.
Maybe on the back.
Sure. No, I don't think it does.
Wow.
Go, Janelle. I'm here for you, girl.
Just wow.
I
Oh,
love
it
it.
should be underneath it.
Right. Or on the back in
That's
like a
what I'm hoping
circle.
it's on the back, but we can't see the back.
Well, you'll know soon enough. Hopefully you don't
Oh,
get the postage due.
I'll report back, guys.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have the middle one that just says Tata Farms because that was the only one that was available when I bought mine.
Okay.
But
Got
I'm
you.
very happy with it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy
Yeah.
a second one. Who knows?
Yeah,
I can have a whole Tata Farm wardrobe.
I'm gonna order a couple.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out a giveaway, you and I. It'll be Sister Wives related.
Sure.
And we'll give 2 or 3 of them away.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. I have one issue with Kody Brown right off the bat.
Oh, is it the cameo we discussed in yesterday's reality roundup?
No.
No.
How dare he like Duran Duran?
Jesus Christ.
I told Todd that because Todd's favorite band is Duran Duran.
Whose favorite band is Duran Duran?
My husband.
What?
Oh my. Amy, we went to San Francisco to see them.
Wow. Okay.
We almost went to Vegas to see them.
Okay.
They're his favorite band.
Okay.
He loves them so much, which is fine.
Is Simon still with them?
Simon's still and still looking good.
Yeah,
He's
was
aging
hot.
like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we've seen them 2 or 3 times together.
Well, now Cody's into it.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, Todd was sitting next to me and I was listening to my earbud and I paused. I'm like, we got a real problem here, dude.
Yeah.
You and Kody, Duran Duran. He's like, fuck.
And I have a whole section on who's Gen X and who isn't. And God damn it, Kody is Gen X.
Yeah, I know. Of course he is.
Fuck.
He's right on the precipice.
Right on the cusp.
A
God damn him.
and we're gonna have to talk about David, Amy.
We're gonna have to talk about it. All right,
Okay,
we'll
let's
get
go.
there. All right.
We'll get there.
Overall, if you had to rate how many coyote passes you give this episode,
Oh, is that our
um,
new rating system?
how many coyote passes, 1 to 10, do you give
10,
this
okay.
episode?
Okay, 10 is the best.
Wait, should it be 5?
I
Do
don't
rating
this
systems
is
usually
your
go
rating
1 to 5?
scale.
So 5 stars. So let's go 1 to 5.
1 to 5,
How
5
many
being the
coyote
best.
passes do you give this episode?
2.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like it.
No, I mean, I was into the Meri Kody conversation. That was about the only part that was remotely interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
And there
I
was
agree.
limited Robin.
I mean, that's always good. That
That's always a
bumps it
bonus.
up a half a coyote pass in my book.
And there was some truly Grace Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 coyote passes.
Okay, I'm gonna give
Mhm.
it 2.
Okay,
Okay.
alright. Alright, so this is Sister Wives 19 season 19,
Coyote
episode 6. He delivered me from all my fears. Is Meri
Okay.
his fear?
No, no, David delivered Christine from all of her fears.
Oh, there you go, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I always assume they're Cody-centric. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Okay.
The less Cody-centric we are,
I know.
the better
So
off we are.
so we it's Christmas time and we get dun 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 dun
So,
dun 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 dun.
I was watching it on 2 times at first, but the
Yeah,
problem is when you do that, the vocals and the
don't
video get
match up.
really
I
off
know.
track. But all the music they were using at 2.5 times, I was like, I think the music's having a seizure over there.
That's
I'm not
like
sure what's
someone just
happening.
put in the group that they were listening to me on Hey Bunky at .75 and almost sent
Oh.
their condolences for my illness. All right, so in Flagstaff, we have jolly music, doo, 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 and Kody is so excited to open some presents and engage with the family. He talks so weird. Just
En
say, "Be with my family."
Just spend Christmas morning with my family.
You
It's
don't
the
have to.
fact that we have to engage. We have experiences. Everything's a fucking experience with this dude.
I know,
I don't
I know,
understand. It's
I know,
weird.
I know. I can't. I
I don't
just
wanna have
can't.
experiences with him. I don't wanna have really experiences with anybody.
I don't want to have anything with him.
No, that's true. It's 100% true.
So he's doing his best, Amanda, with just one wife. This is the first Christmas with just one wife. I'm going to do my best. And Robin says, this isn't really my first Christmas without anyone because she wasn't in the family for like 30 years. But
Also, it's not his first Christmas with one wife. He had one Christmas with Meri before he married Janelle,
that's true.
but they had no kids, so it's a different experience.
That's true. But she says, this is my first Christmas without Mary. Kody doesn't like to wrap presents.
Are you shocked?
He doesn't have the attention span.
No, no, he just throws stuff in gift bags. He doesn't even bother doing anything else.
Over
And he
at
does the gift bags without even, like, any tissue paper to hide it. You just get a bag with, like, a box of, like, Legos in it.
Could you imagine what Janelle's Christmas presents for her kids looked like if Kody and Janelle are in charge of wrapping these things?
Logan took care of it.
True. Logan loaded everything up in the Suburban and headed down to Boscov's and had a
Some
couple
nice
old
woman
ladies
who
wrap
was
everything up.
benefiting, like, the Boy
Mhm,
Scouts or something,
mhm.
wrap them for him, yeah.
So Christine and the kids are in Salt Lake and they're at McKelty and Tony's, and McKelty says she grew up equating Christmas with chaos,
Which makes sense.
and this feels different. Mary is also in Salt Lake with some randos,
Okay,
Lisa
first
and
of all,
Amber.
who the fuck are these people? Well, one was her babysitter, one somehow is a friend of hers.
I think the other one is the babysitter's daughter.
Could be. Yeah, that would make sense.
Mhm.
Zero mention of, like, not spending Christmas with my kid.
Yeah, and like, where's just Jen?
Why aren't you with just Jen and Sean?
Like,
Or
what?
Brandy, the rent-a-friend that you told you left Kody for.
This goes to tell you. So, those of you who are like, maybe Mary wasn't that bad, or you're on the bubble about Mary, she comes from a family that has 18 children in it,
And no one wants to be
and
with
not
her.
one person has invited her for Christmas
Right.
except Robin.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
That tells you a lot.
Even her own child.
Right, because when you think about it, like, think about who's missing from the Janelle section, right? Or from the Christine. Like,
Right.
Gwen's not there.
No. Gwen's
Leon's not there.
Nope. Logan's not there.
Yeah.
Nor's Hunter.
And none of those people invited her.
No, they're probably most of those guys are at Logan and Michelle's doing Christmas with them. Because Hunter, I
Probably.
think, was living in Vegas. Maybe he wasn't. But
Mhm.
down in Makes sense that everyone is North Carolina's in North Carolina,
Yeah.
all the little ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, no one invites Meri anywhere.
Nope. So, Meri says that Lisa used to babysit her and she's known Amber her whole life, which makes me think Amber's Lisa's kid. But
Could
she
be,
didn't
yeah.
say that. I don't know.
Who knows with her?
She's in no way interested in spending Christmas with Kody and Robin because we are done.
Okay.
And
You've been done for 20 years, but you still inserted yourself in there all the time.
she's not going to be a third will. She's
I
just
don't
not.
I too do not enjoy being a third wheel.
No, she wants to be wanted.
I
Okay.
want you to want me.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay. Isn't there a song too
need
like wanting
you
to
to.
be wanted? Isn't
Yes.
there? Yeah.
Well, that's what
I
Jake and
can't.
Matt do
I
their opera voice
Yeah,
all
I
the
can't
time.
do it.
No,
Can't do
we're
it.
not. We'd break
No, no,
windows.
no, no, no.
No.
So in North Carolina, Janelle's at Maddie's and she wants to be, I want to be where the children are.
Of course.
And Janelle says, it sucks that Christine isn't here and do all the cooking. Like, that's basically what she's saying. She's like, oh,
Right.
I got to fucking cook now. I got to look up recipes.
I'm not used to this shit. I'm used to my wife, Christine,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of all this for me.
I have to measure shit out. Like, Maddie, can't you just do this? What?
Janelle has trained her whole life to be a grandmom.
Yeah, Janelle is just perfection.
Yeah,
I love her so much.
of
This
course.
is her season.
This is her season.
Oh,
She looks fantastic. She does what she wants. She's happy as shit. It's
yep.
great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all the wives agree pretty much that this is weird, but everybody's doing their own thing and they all seem okay.
Mhm.
All right. So now we go to Christine dating and telling her children about it.
Okay.
Okay. We get a confessional from Aspen.
Mhm.
Okay. And she says, my mom is talking a lot about this one guy that she's dating. And my mom has never dated before. Christine says, I've been dating for around 6 months. And one guy, I think she's making all this up. One guy,
I
I
don't
told him
know.
about the polygamy and he didn't like it. And then this other guy, like, we went to Disney and I told him about the polygamy and he ran away. And then this third guy, like, he just looked like Kody, so I wasn't interested. And this fourth guy told me that I had bad breath and ran away. Like, come
Right.
on. Come on. Here's the thing. I want to say just a blanket statement about Christine David.
Okay.
I personally don't give a fuck how fast she moves.
No, I don't care either.
But when you are divorcing the kid's father and
Mhm.
launching a new love into a family, now her kids are grown, except truly Grace Brown, our savior.
Right.
So she doesn't maybe have to be as thoughtful about it, but she has to be thoughtful. And I think she's trying to do that. But I think hearing her kids and their concern, I think it's
Mhm.
just based on the fact that she has never dated.
She's never dated. She's never been out in the real world. I think
Right.
they all know that their mom's pretty naive.
Yeah.
She's lived in a bubble her whole life. That's not her
Yep.
fault. She just has.
Mm-hmm.
But like my stepson was about a year and a half younger than Truly when Todd and I started dating.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a very slow rollout.
Yes.
And Todd and his ex had not been together about as long as Christine hadn't been with Kody. Like, there's a
Right.
lot of parallels. Now,
Yeah.
Todd had dated a lot before he got married the first time. So, like,
Right. That's the
that's the
difference. He's
difference.
had life experience of dating.
Correct. But we did a
She has not.
real slow rollout with my stepson.
Yeah. You kind of need to. I mean, I think your stepson was a lot younger than Truly Grace Brown.
No, he was 12. He was
How old
almost
is
13 when we met.
how old is Truly Grace Brown?
Well, okay. Hold
Can we
on.
get
Let's
a
get
year
here.
of birth on her?
We sure can. We sure
Oh,
can.
2010 when the show premiered. So 2009 maybe?
Family. Hold on. Hold on here. Truly Grace Brown. April of 2010.
2010. So she's
So this
24,
is
14.
Christmas of 2022.
So she's 12?
12.
She seems so
Almost
much
13.
older and wiser.
Amy. Wiser? We don't actually hear a whole lot come out of her other than my body, my choice. Don't make me ride a fucking bike. She doesn't talk a lot, but that's okay. We love her anyway. She's the best. But no, she's about the same age that my stepson was when.
Okay. I just thought she was like 17.
No.
Okay.
Even
all
now.
right.
Even now she's only 14.
Yeah, so they need to slow roll this, and
Mhm.
Christine's not doing it. And I
No.
think so while I'm gonna say I'm not personally gonna throw shade at her for this, do whatever you want. I
Right. But your kids
literally
are telling
met
you they're not ready.
but the kid yeah, I married Timmy very quickly, but I didn't
Well,
have kids.
and you also got knocked up.
Yeah, I did.
And you also knew him since you were in kindergarten.
Yeah, I did. And I
Yeah.
dated.
And you dated. You'd
Yeah.
been married before. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Isabel's really not okay.
I know. All right, let's get into it. So Mary says she's 52 and she's been in a plural family for 30 years, and dates may think that's what wants because that's what she did for so long.
It's a
Nobody
valid
cares and nobody asked Mary.
no, but it's a valid assumption.
Yeah. Janelle says Christine hired a matchmaker. I'm not into it. Not interested.
Nope.
Not into it. If I
N
meet somebody, this is how I would feel if something happened with me and Timmy.
I'm
Like
meeting him in the wild.
it would have to be organic if it happened at all.
Mhm,
Yep,
mhm.
100%.
Oh my
So
god, can I
Cody's
imagine you dating okay, wait, before that, backdoor friends. I have a real problem with you people right now. We are not going on a letter writing campaign to Eric Menendez to get Amy a painting. We're not doing
I
it.
like it. Todd
We
approves. Mm.
Todd approved just to troll me. He told me he didn't approve, and then I posted he didn't approve, and then he had to go back on it just to mess
Yep.
with me.
Yep. Yep.
No. No, I will take a rolled up newspaper on your little snoot.
I think it was really sweet. That was Robin B who suggested that, and I was like, "There's a good Robin B in the
That's the good
world."
Robin B.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 No,
I
no. Mm-mm.
appreciate it. I'm into it. Let's make it happen, BDFs.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
But me dating, no, that would be a disaster,
Mhm.
and it would
I'd have
just
to put a shock collar on you, I think.
I really wouldn't be interested.
I don't think you'd be
Mm-mm.
good at it. Mm-mm.
No, I just would like I don't know, be a salt wife and stare at the ocean like Jake Anthony has
Right.
coined the term,
That's fine, and just
and
throw
that's
throw
it.
stuff on whales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All
Not to
right.
hurt them.
So Cody says our lives are different, and it's none of my business who Christine dates. You're right. You're
Good
right.
answer.
Good answer.
He actually was pretty right about all the Christine dating stuff. He wasn't a
Yeah.
monster about that.
No, he wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Christine says I wanted a bald man with tattoos driving a motorcycle. That just seems sexy to me. And now they have a conversation about David in the room.
Yes.
And apparently they need to have this conversation before Truly gets there, which I don't know what's going on there. Are you hiding information from her?
Which is odd because then 10 minutes later, she's sitting on the floor next to the ottoman.
Yeah.
And was it, I
Yeah.
don't remember if it was Aspen or Isabel asked if Truly liked David. She's like, yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. It truly is a go along to get along.
She is
She's
a go
like,
along to get along kind of gal.
until something raises her cackles.
Right.
Hmm.
Like her bodily autonomy.
Yes. So truly gets there. They need to talk about it. So Christine says, David is now her boyfriend. And I wrote, if I have to hear about her taking her fucking first breath again, I'm going to lose my shit. And sure enough, we hear about it
2
later.
seconds later.
So she says she told him about the polygamy lifestyle and he was fine.
Yep.
McKelty and Tony have met him and they like him. Now, I'm going to say something. As you guys know, am a McKelty apologist.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I was the McKelty of my family. So I get it.
Right. Right.
Um,
See, it's interesting. You were a McKelty, so you embrace McKelty. Ace also identifies as McKelty, which is why he hates her.
well, he is that's his
That's his
self-loathing for that
self-loathing.
part
Yeah,
of him.
exactly. He
Yeah.
needs more time in therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's parts of myself that I have self-loathing over. This is not one of them.
I understand.
Mhm.
I understand. It's your taste in men that makes you have self-loathing.
Correct.
Yeah.
100%. So I have, the jury's kind of been out with Tony for me.
Okay.
Not anymore. Jury's in. Tony's weird.
Oh, okay. What happened?
He's just weird. The way he talks. I could see why Kody didn't like him because Cody's like, Tony is me, I am Tony.
They're very strange.
They're
Tony,
very strange.
no. I think he and McKelty are good for each
he's
other.
a good husband to her,
Yeah,
but
they seem to work, but I would not actually want to spend time with either McKelty or Tony.
Tony goes, I think it's admirable how he survived because his wife died and left him with 8 kids and he didn't get addicted to drugs or gambling.
Yeah, I found that a bit of an odd statement myself.
I just wrote, McKelty, you better stay alive, girl, because I don't know what's going to happen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was an odd statement.
He just says weird
He
things.
does say weird shit. But well, he's the one who told Christine she needed to go taste all the ice cream flavors.
Right, right, like,
Ugh.
ugh. So, she's been dating David for a month, and she says, "I've dated enough guys to know," and Tony goes, "You did?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah." So, Truly's here now. They talk about whether or not they like him. Tony says, "He reminds me of Kody." Read the room, dude.
Dude, not the right
Read the
answer.
room. This is what I'm talking about. I think Tony is a TBI or something. What is happening?
I like how our we now have, like, as a universe, have come to the agreement that, like, when someone says something real fucked up, it's like,
So,
probably not funny, but still funny.
he's from the same generation and all this boomer stuff. And now we have this conversation about whether or not David's a boomer. So
Mhm.
here's my breakdown, my
Okay,
rundown.
got it.
David is absolutely a boomer. If
Uh-huh,
he was
'cause
59 in 2022, he was born in 1963, making him squarely a boomer.
I did not realize he was that much older than Christine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize
He's a
that.
boomer. I shouldn't say squarely boomer. He's barely a boomer.
He's right
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
cusp,
Janelle
but he
19
absolutely is a boomer. He's got a ton of boomer
So
energy.
boomer goes from 1945 or 46 to 1964. It's 46 to 64. They're inverse.
Oh, so my parents aren't boomers.
When are your parents born?
43 and 44?
Oh, they're greats. They're greatest generation.
Ugh, they're much more boomer, though.
Or are they silent? Is silent and great the same thing?
I don't know.
God damn
You're
it.
my generational expert, Amy.
Our silent generation and greatest generation the same. No. Okay. So the greatest generation was 1901 to 1927. So they
Okay,
are the people
that's my
who
grandparents.
they're the people who grew up during the Depression and fought in World War II.
Okay, so my
Okay.
grandparents. Yep.
The next generation is the silent generation, and their characteristic is like they put their head down and do what they have to do.
Okay, that
And
kind of tracks with my parents.
they're born 1928 to 1945. That was my gram.
Okay, yeah, and my
Yep.
but my parents are right on the cusp, 43,
Yeah.
44. They've got more boomer energy than
Yeah.
anything else, but
My parents are my parents are boomers, and I don't feel like they act like boomers though.
no.
My mom is 1956 and my dad is 1954.
Okay,
All right. So Janelle 1969 not a boomer. Kody 1969 not a boomer.
correct.
Christine 1972 not a boomer.
Correct.
Meri 1971 not a boomer. Robin
I know.
1978 almost a millennial.
Almost a fucking millennial.
She's only a year behind me.
I know.
And I'm like I think I consider myself like exennial
Yeah,
where I have some traits of millennial, but I think the reason I lean so heavily into the Gen X is I had my older sister and
right.
I was very influenced by her growing up. So I
And I'm
was
very Gen
more,
X.
you're very Gen X, yes.
Mhm.
So we have to claim these motherfuckers now. They're part of our
Ugh.
generation. And
I'm the
my
most
heart
upset
is
that Robin
broken.
is almost a millennial.
I know.
That's fucked up.
So David is 8 years older than Christine. Meri says the 80s were her jam. And then fucking Kody
Oh, stop it.
says, I'm Gen X, the feral generation. Shut the fuck up. You're the asshole. I hate him.
One of my favorite things you ever do is like when you repeat something that Cody says or anyone else that you hate, goes, shut the fuck up.
Ugh. Duran Duran happened in the 80s and he loves Duran Duran.
Fuck
It,
off.
it was
Fuck right
awesome.
off.
Yeah, fuck right off, dude.
Fuck right off, dude. You were not a Duran Duran fan. Would have been great if he'd been like, I was really into like Echo and the Bunnymen. Like,
I don't know who I would give him that was terrible in the 80s.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Spando Ballet.
Remember when he was talking about REM? I mean,
I know.
stop.
When he said losing my religion, get
Ugh,
Michael Stipe out of your mouth, motherfucker.
Jesus, that was heartbreaking.
I know.
Christine says Isabel's taking this whole dating thing the hardest. So she checks in a little bit on the couch with her.
Mhm.
Isabel tells the camera, I've only known my mom married to my dad, so it's real fucking weird.
Yeah.
And she thinks they're moving too fast. And
Mhm.
McKelty goes, I proposed to Tony before 2 months.
Shut up, McKelty.
God, that's my energy when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. I'm
You were
telling you.
also 23. So
Mm,
shut up.
mm, mm.
Wait, how old was she when she married? Do I have their birth. All right, I do. So they got married in 2016. They She was 20 when they got married. She was born in
Wow.
96. She got married in 2016. She was 20.
Wait, McKelty was born in what?
96.
She's only 10 years older than my kids.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, McKelty says, "Well, you're moving fast, but I think that's because Dad was not physically." Oh, wait. Let me get my card from production.
Okay. Sorry.
Mom, I think you're moving fast because there was a lack of PDA in your relationship with Dad.
Yes.
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 Okay.
And now we have
And
to
now,
have the
now,
polygamy
now
PDA
Monkey's like,
conversation.
and cue the PDA conversation. Okay. So Peyton says, "I'm really happy for you, but I don't need to see the PDA. I don't need to see it. Don't need
I
to see
get
it."
that. I kind of feel the same.
Janelle, what would you think Janelle's stance is on PDA?
Not really into it.
Mm-mm.
Zero.
Janelle,
Not
like
into
my
it.
Graham, would say that's wild crap.
That's
Hmm.
wild crap. Was that a Grahamism? I
That
see.
was a Graham. Everything was wild crap.
You need to
Mhm.
like write down all of Graham's phrases.
So weird. Meri says, "Personally, I think there's a limit to PDA." Well, no one asked you.
And no
And
one wants to do it with you, girl, so you're fine.
she says, "Get a room."
Yeah.
We need
Well,
to talk about her TikTok where she goes, I forget what they're saying, and then she like turns like this, "Karma's a bitch." That's what it is.
yes.
"Karma's a bitch." And then she goes like okay. I know exactly what she's doing.
Uh-huh.
She's lost some weight and she's feeling the thinness in her face and
Yes.
neck, and
Yes.
she wants us all to know it. And I'm only saying this,
'Cause
I've been
I've
there.
been there.
I've been there.
Yes.
But she has so much fucking makeup caked on,
I know, it's so
or the
bad.
self tanner. I don't know what it is.
She needs she needs to get herself to, like, a Sephora and have someone just redo this whole situation.
She
Clean
just
it up.
she just needs to like
Like
when
Matt says, as the older you get, less makeup.
I
Less.
wear zero makeup.
I know I wear very little.
The
If I
BDF
do wear
makeup, zero makeup.
if I wear any, it's very little.
And mine is because I have Janelle energy and I just don't feel like doing it.
I'm fat, so I look younger than I am.
Oh, yes, me too.
I'm not wrinkled because 'cause I'm fat.
I
I knew
can't lose
someday
weight.
this would pay off.
I can't lose weight. I don't want to
No,
look 90.
no. I have to stay fat for my youth.
Oh, we did have pizza last night.
Oh, we had Chinese last night because I don't cook on Friday.
We had the girls are gone, so we're like doing a
Uh,
pre-empty nest
Right. How's it
preview.
going?
My kids are in New York seeing my sister Jenny. It's going well. We went
Good.
out to the cider place. We went to the local brewery, had our
Mhm. You had your baby beer that you
I
sent me a
had a
photo of?
baby beer, 5-ounce beer. Perfect for me.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I put it next to Timmy's big beer, and I was just like, it was so good. But we had wood-fired pizza. Oh god, it was so
Nice.
good.
Nice.
I'm devouring that for lunch. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
So, Kody says, "I've always felt weird about PDA, but I like doing it now. But Robin's real shy." I'm starting to think Robin might hate him.
She doesn't hate him, though I did read in one of the uncensored one of those Facebook groups today
So
that
it must
someone
be
is
true.
that must be true. That someone is really starting to think that Robin is miserable.
Oh, I've been saying that.
Yeah.
I think she is evil. Again,
This
this is
person
not
doesn't find Robin evil,
oh,
but
okay. Again, this is not a Cody and Robin fan
no.
podcast.
No, we are not turning into apologists for these motherfuckers. We hate them
However, two things can be true. Robin can be a terrible human being
and be
and
miserable.
also be living miserably with the consequences of her actions.
Mhm. Sure. For
You
sure.
wanted him, honey.
You
Here he
got him.
is. Yeah.
Congratulations. Good job.
So Christine says this is long term. And Peyton says, "Mom, you're telling Peyton brings up a good point. He says, us telling you this is going too fast isn't saying we don't approve.
Right.
We're just saying that this is
It,
our observation.
it
And
feels fast.
this is how we feel about it."
Mhm.
Peyton tells the camera this is her first boyfriend ever.
Yep.
And it's okay for them to go fast if they want to. Like, I get it. It's her first boyfriend.
Right.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, Peyton's fucking everybody at the adult club that he works at.
Peyton has what's his dick? gooey dick guy from Lauren. Peyton
Lord.
has a little bit of Lauren energy in Vegas.
Ooh.
Running up and down, just fucking
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. Yeah, probably.
Christine says
The
that they have
gooey dick guy.
Christine says they have said I love you within a week.
A
Uh,
week.
uh.
Todd and I, 3 weeks.
Here's my thing.
Mhm.
She doesn't know this guy. She really doesn't know this guy.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And I can understand living with him, maybe saying I love you. Don't legally entangle yourself with this guy until you know him a little better.
Todd and I were together for almost 3 years when we got married.
Like I've
We'd lived together for 2 when we got married.
Timmy and I got married quickly. Like we got married almost a year after we met, but again, I was
Right.
pregnant.
Right.
But again, I also knew him my whole life.
Right.
So I knew he wasn't some bizarro monster.
Right. You knew what you were getting.
I wasn't getting a Kody.
No.
But like Christine really doesn't know this guy.
No, she doesn't.
And even though he's fine now, we don't know.
He could still turn into a wackadoo.
Yeah, he could.
They've not been together for 2 years,
So now
and they've been married for a year.
now Christine's getting teary talking about the first breath, and I'm not writing this down, and I'm not.
No, we're done.
In
Their
North Carolina.
hearts synced up, whatever. Okay.
In North Carolina, Caleb, Maddie, and Janelle are just putting together a puzzle.
Mhm.
hmm And they're talking
Look, good
about,
clean fun.
yeah,
Good
they're
clean fun.
talking about finding land. And Janelle is thrilled to have a kid who wants to own land and wants to kind of have
Mhm.
a
I love
hobby
this for
farm.
them so
hmm
much.
She says she called Kody and asked him to buy her out. Now, I had to get eyes on Caleb during this scene.
Okay.
I think Caleb's way over Kody.
Really?
Yeah,
I was
and I
not
think
paying
it's
attention to Caleb's face,
because Caleb is very protective of Maddie
for sure.
because when he married her, she was a child.
Right. I mean, he does have a little dad energy with Maddie
Mhm.
because he could almost be her father, but go on.
Yeah. And I think that he hates Kody now.
Mm,
Yeah, because I
I'm
think
fine with that.
Caleb's one of those guys that's going to be protective of his wife and children.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, we've said a million times, Caleb, we would not be friends with Caleb. He's
Correct.
not our people, and
Correct.
that's totally fine. But I do think he is a good dad. I do think he's a good husband,
Yeah.
and he seems real dedicated to Maddie.
Yeah. So Janelle says, I called Kody, asked him to buy me out. And Caleb is kind of like, it's not, he's not going to do that.
Mhm.
And she says he was interested, but Kody doesn't really do what he says he's going to do. She says last she talked to him, Caleb kind of, couldn't tell if it was coming from Caleb or Maddie, but like somebody said, you need to still get a lawyer.
Mhm.
And she said, yeah, I'm still getting a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm consulting with a lawyer.
Okay. What she needs to do is the trick that every scorned woman needs to do is you go to every great lawyer in town and you get your free consult so that they are absolutely conflicted out of representing your husband.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So, and she says last she talked to him, he didn't have his part of the money to pay off. So she explains that to pay off Coyote Pass, it's
Yeah.
on her, Meri, and then for some reason, Kody and Robin are a team in this.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So it's up to all of them to split it 4 ways. I think they're only
Remember,
going to split 3 ways,
of
and Kody and
course.
Robin are going to be one.
Remember, Robin at her $0 an hour job
Yeah.
doesn't have anything.
Yeah. Well, she says all of her money is tied up in that property, and she thinks Kody should take a loan and finance her out of it.
I think he should too.
But she's still going to consult the lawyer, and she says, I'm so ready to move out of Flagstaff and pick my own furniture out. Did she not pick her own furniture out? Has Kody been picking out her
No.
furniture?
No, what she said was to be able to pick my permanent furniture. She doesn't want to buy
Oh,
furniture for apartments that she's
okay.
renting until she
Okay.
knows where she's going to be forever.
Okay.
I'm in
Gotcha.
I'm in the same boat. Like I would love to get a new couch. I'm not doing it till we know where we're going to be.
Gotcha. Okay. So on the couch, Janelle says, right after we moved to Las Vegas, she had a perspective change. Now, after she moved to Las Vegas,
Mhm.
she says she had this. Okay. She was not going to sit around and wait for Kody because if she did that, nothing was going to happen.
True story.
Okay. That was early on to have that perspective.
Yeah.
Christine and David, when she was seeing Nancy years ago, she had made a list of qualities that were important in a husband.
Right.
So things like being present, saying hello to me when I walk into a room, eating dinner with me.
Not looking at me with great derision
Yeah.
and hatred.
And Kody, just didn't check anything on the list.
No, and
Mm-mm.
admitted he wasn't going to check
Yeah.
anything on the
He
list.
said, I'm not anything on your list.
Nope.
Mm-mm. And he knew it. So she says, David is all the things on the list. He owns a drywall business. He's honest and real, and he's a great communicator. I'm like, this guy?
Is he? This guy
This guy?
who has barely a grasp on good grammar and
Yeah.
just kind of grunts a lot.
Yeah. We
I
meet
just don't feel like
David.
there's any depth into David.
Well, here's what I was thinking. Maybe when his wife died, he did therapy, counseling.
Maybe, maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
Let's give him that. Maybe.
Okay. I mean, he was raising 8 kids on his own. It would not be the weirdest thing to be like, I need a therapist to help me figure out how to do this.
And I suspect it was probably spiritual therapist,
Oh,
maybe a
probably.
priest, maybe some kind of church leader.
Oh God.
That's fine. Whatever.
Well, no, the problem is in the Mormon, they don't go to there's no Mormon divinity school.
Oh, okay.
You just become a bishop because you're real into the Mormon church.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So you can have people
Like
like Kody Brown giving you advice. Like,
correct.
don't let your
Correct.
kids come between you and your wife and tear apart your marriage.
Like the minister at my Unitarian church that I belong to, he obviously went to seminary. He actually went to Harvard
Mm-hmm.
Theological. So smarty pants, but then actually did an extra year of pastoral care, like a pastoral care internship in
Mm-hmm.
hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
So like he got a lot more training in counseling and supporting people and all of that. So like I would
Got you.
trust going to Dan for some advice, not
Yeah.
necessarily some rando Mormon dude.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes total sense. So now we meet David in a confessional, and she says, the word boyfriend feels weird. And I remember when I got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
just loving the word boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
so fun for me to have a boyfriend. Because don't
Yes.
forget, I met my first husband when I was 17.
Right. Now you were like 24 when this happened. She's
Yes.
50. And I get
Yes.
it. Like when Todd and I were like, boyfriend just feels weird. Like we're both over
Yeah.
50. What are we
Right.
doing
I
here?
was 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 24.
Actually, we got married like 2 weeks before I turned 50, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if I would say boyfriend now. I don't know if when Eric Menendez and I finally meet that I'm going to say you're my prison boyfriend. I might say you're my prison partner.
I swear to God, I will come to Scranton. I will tie your arms and put tape over your mouth so you can't even voice to text.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm,
you can't
mm.
be trusted.
I'm watching there's this new documentary that I'm going to be covering with Shubnum. It's I'm Not a Monster, the story of Lois Reese.
Yes, I've seen ads for that, but I don't know anything about it.
And the way they knew the guy was dead,
Yeah.
this is going to happen to me. The way they knew the guy was dead, right?
Yeah.
She was answering his text to all his friends from his phone, and they're like, it was clear it wasn't him. Oh, that's Timmy in his mini truck. Sorry.
Can't hear
It
him.
was clear that it wasn't him because he always uses voice to text, so his texts are always garbly. And these
Like me when I
texts,
correct
yes,
myself mid voice to text.
and these texts were making sense. I'm
Ah, I
like, that would
see.
totally be me because I always voice to text. You know this. I'm always like,
I
I'm
didn't.
walking the dog or I'm doing the dishes.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
if Timmy started texting as you, I would know very quickly.
Yeah, because it would all make sense. The names would be spelled correctly.
There'd be punctuation.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm a mess. But anyway, so he says his wife, David says his wife died 8 years ago and he dated a little bit, but then he gave up. And then Christine messaged him and was aggressive.
Mm.
We thought the daughter set them up.
The daughter somehow pointed out to David that Christine was single. I don't really understand how this all happened. They did meet on a dating app, Stir, which is not one I've ever been a part of.
I have a theory.
What's that?
I think this
You're
was
hot.
in motion before she left Kody.
I don't.
I do.
Okay. I don't.
I think contact was made.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't, but okay.
He
You're not the
says
only person I've heard have that theory.
you were desperate for affection. He says right to Christine.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, yeah, okay, I was. Now she goes out on this date. We see them go on dates. She's wearing a pleather skirt, some lace stockings. I mean, you go girl. You do you.
She does need a stylist, though.
But she's feeling herself. And I'm
Yeah.
like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
She's
ahead.
lost a bunch of weight.
Graham would say that's wild crap, but you go ahead.
She's lost a bunch of weight. She's doing her hair up like in ways she never did before. Like
Mm-hmm.
Christine has had a huge glow up.
Yes.
She just needs some help dressing.
I agree. So they go on this date and he's saying, "I can't tell you how special you are to me. I love you. I love how you are with your kids. I love your craziness. You're just perfect for me. I just love you." Like he is gaga.
He is gaga for her, and she's
Speaking of
gaga for
gaga,
him.
speaking
Yes?
of gaga,
All we hear is radio gaga?
there is a TikTok
Oh,
that I'm kind of obsessed with.
okay.
And it is the table read for that movie that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper were in together.
Oh, Star is Born?
Stars Born, thank you.
Yeah.
And she's singing
Oh.
Shallow a
Oh.
cappella, just singing it.
Oh my
Just
god.
singing it, right?
Such a beautiful song.
At the table read. And she finishes, and Bradley Cooper is looking at her like he
There
just
was
wants to eat
something
her
there,
face
right?
off.
There was something there.
There was something there.
I don't know if they acted on it or not, but
I
there
don't
was
think they did.
absolutely something there.
They need to be together. Just gonna say it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Guys, make it happen. Let's make it that after I secure Eric Menendez's
No,
artwork
no,
from my
no,
office.
no, no, no.
Let's go on a campaign, a letter writing campaign that Bradley Cooper has to bang Lady Gaga and then release a sex tape and we all get to watch
Wow, okay.
it.
I'd watch the shit out of that, I'm
I
not
would
gonna
watch
lie.
the shit out of that. Okay. So sorry, I keep derailing us. All right. She wants someone who only has eyes for her, and she loves PDA. And she on the couch says, Cody and okay, now this is important.
Mhm.
She says Cody and Robin are soulmates. And she said,
Yeah.
I've always said that from the day that Cody met Robin, that he had met his soulmate.
Yep.
And just last week, I realized what that feels like. And it
Mhm.
makes total sense to me now what Cody was feeling and
Right.
why he didn't want to leave Robin's house because I wouldn't want to leave David.
Mhm. She said that before,
Yeah,
and it
she's
makes
like,
perfect sense.
I get this.
Yeah.
And she says a polygamist really can't have a soulmate relationship.
No.
Yeah.
Or needs to have soulmate relationships with everybody.
Yeah. Agreed.
You can't have a different you can't have a different level of relationship
No.
in that structure.
So Cody and we're back to Cody and Meri now. So we're going to have the scene with them on the banker's couch. Okay.
Right. Can she just get the fuck rid of that furniture, Amy? We can get rid of the Colleen's consignment furniture. It's been like 15 years at
Yeah.
this point, and
Yeah.
you live in like a 7,000 square foot house
Yeah. And you
with
have
an
a lot,
elevator.
you make a lot of money on that MLM. Get a
Yeah,
new fucking
stop.
couch.
Yeah, those couches are terrible.
So Cody on the couch says, all my life with Meri, she has said one thing and I have felt another. I'm not going to say she was gaslighting me, but I do feel like I've never been able to really read her. And I can see that.
I could see that too. She's so volatile and
Yeah.
so unpredictable. That's
Yep.
really hard to live with.
Now they're sitting across from one another, and Meri says she's moving to Parowan.
Right.
And she says, you have made it very clear you're not interested. Well,
Whoa.
you can't accuse Cody of saying what he said.
No.
You can't accuse Cody of saying what words came out of his mouth.
You cannot hold Cody accountable for his own
Mm-mm.
words and actions.
Mm-mm.
He
He
will not
goes into
tolerate it.
this. He goes into this. Don't blame me for not loving you. Blame yourself if I don't love you.
Mhm.
Then he says, which is something. If you want to Clockwork Orange somebody, just put this on loop with their eyes open, forced to watch him, and
Right.
just hearing this over and over. It could be a new torture
Okay.
device
I
for
support
prisoners
this.
of war.
Okay.
When I'm in love with a woman, that's her fault. So what happens if I'm not in love with a woman? Is that her fault? If I'm mad about a woman, passionate, want to serve her, rub her feet, carry her
Serve
groceries,
her.
buy her jewelry, is that her fault? Oh my God.
Amy, though, you know what? We are completely marked safe then from Cody Brown because we will never make him fall in love with us.
I don't know what I just read. I don't know what has just been said.
This guy is so dumb.
Oh,
What is
okay.
happening?
Meri says, I'm not placing blame. All I did was say you didn't want to work on the marriage. And he's like, you want me to own it. And I didn't say I couldn't work on it. Yes, you fucking
Yeah, you
did,
did.
dude. You
Like
literally
many
said
times.
on national television, go be with someone else. I
Right.
don't care. I'm
Not
not
coming.
coming. Jesus Christ.
We need a t-shirt that says I'm not coming, but I feel like you couldn't wear it out in the world because people would look at you a little weird.
Yes, I know.
I do, however, sometimes wear my What Does the Nanny Do t-shirt out in the world, and I
Mm.
get the occasional look of like,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then occasionally you'll see someone who, like, smiles at you, and I'm like,
It's like when
"We
I
know."
first got a friend of the pod, so I listen to Pod Save America a lot, and I got a friend of the pod sticker when they first
Mhm.
came out,
Yep.
and I put one on my car, and, like, somebody beeped and was like, and I'm like, "Oh my god, they know what that means!"
Right,
It's like you
right.
just that inside joke, you're so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Mary says, "I'm shutting this fight down right now," to him in the room. And
Good.
he says, "This isn't a fight. This is about accountability and the fact that we agreed mutually this would not work." Like, I have to really work hard at trying to figure out what this motherfucker wants. So here's what I think is happening. Let
Okay.
me get the Kody translator.
Okay, and I have a theory too, so let's see if our theories align.
I think he just wants on national television for Mary to say this was a mutual decision. It was not.
It was not.
End of story.
He does not want the world to hold him accountable for
Mhm.
the breakup of
Mhm.
this marriage. He needs it to be Mary's choice.
Totally agree.
Mhm.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So Janelle on the couch says, "I used to hang out with Kody and Mary before I even married Kody because I
When
was
I was
married to
married to her
Mary's brother."
brother.
Mhm. And they were just goofy together. I mean, yeah, they had issues, but like we were young and we were all trying to figure it out. And I don't know what's going on here.
I do not believe this rewriting of history. I
I
don't.
don't either.
I
I don't
don't.
either.
He was into her. We saw them the day that he married Robin. He was
Yeah.
seconds away from bending her over and going to Pound Town. Like
We
he
saw the anniversary trip where he was telling her how much he loved her.
right. We read the book where Janelle's like,
I didn't
yeah,
read the book yet.
well, Ace read the book to us
Mhm.
where we heard him write about the fact, or Janelle write about the fact that he and Mary were like besties and they ignored Janelle.
Yeah, and they were banging all the time.
Right.
And she
So
could hear
fuck
it.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Mary on the couch says, yes, I am at fault here also. Like, I'm not innocent. No one has won. I'm sorry. I have an itchy nose. I'm sorry to
Okay.
distract everybody. Again, what does that mean? I'm going to get into a fight. I'm getting money. I don't know.
No, itchy palm is the money.
Oh,
And you
right.
always need to scratch towards you.
Oh, okay.
So if your
Uh,
palm is ever itchy, you scratch towards you
yeah.
because then you're pulling the money to you. If you scratch away, you can be losing the money.
Ooh, okay. D-
Always scratch
I
towards you.
can't afford to lose any money right now.
By the way, I've been scratching towards me for 50 years. Hasn't worked yet, but maybe one day. Just maybe one day.
So Cody brings up the church and he's real pissed about that abandonment comment
Mhm.
because even though that was not said on television, it was said to him in a private phone call. He doesn't want people knowing about it,
Nope.
even though he's the one who told us all about it.
Yep.
So Mary on the couch says he knew what was happening. He could have been involved. He could have even gone with me if he wanted to, but he
Mhm.
didn't. He didn't answer and unblock my phone number
He
to
couldn't be
even get through to
fussed.
him. Nope.
Yeah.
So he asks her why she's moving so quickly on this, and she's like, "Quickly?"
This has been 10 fucking years, you asshole.
Mhm. Do you notice he's holding his gloves in his hand?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I did ask Timmy about driving gloves. Okay. Because
Oh,
Timmy's real into cars
yes, yes, correct.
and car culture.
Correct.
Okay. So I said, Timmy, there's this thing Cody does.
Mhm.
So Timmy said in the 80s, they were real popular.
Okay.
Okay. That explains everything because we heard Cody loves the 80s.
Yeah, maybe.
So he says in the 80s, Timmy has an older brother who's like 13 years older than him,
Mhm.
and his heyday was the 80s as well.
Right.
'Cause he was born he's Cody's age. He
Okay,
was
yeah.
born in 19 what's Cody born?
69.
1969? Oh, no. Billy would have been born 1964. 66. Okay, so they're about the same age.
So he's, like, 2 years younger than your dad?
Yeah. No,
Oh, no,
no.
50. Your dad was in the 50s. Never mind. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
he's 10 years younger than my mom. Okay,
Okay.
anyway. So Timmy's older brother's heyday was in the 80s is my point,
Sure.
and he had the gloves.
Okay.
Okay? And Timmy said what they're for is when people are like rally driving and
Yeah.
stuff, that you don't lose grip on the steering wheel because you're taking corners at like 90 miles an hour.
Right.
Cody's not doing that.
No, and it can get real hot in there, so your
Yeah.
hands can get sweaty and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cody's not.
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
he's tooling around Flagstaff in a fucking truck. Like, stop.
Hmm.
Oh,
So,
last night we saw an ad for a Silverado. I said, because I want to get a new car. I said to Todd,
mhm,
I'm like, maybe I should get a Silverado. And he could not stop laughing.
no.
He's like, the idea of you driving around town in a really big pickup truck is like giving me life right now.
Uh,
Be amazing.
I drove a pickup truck for a long time
Mhm.
when I was a teenager.
Okay.
That was the my dad had a vehicle. I shared it with him. It was a
Yep.
1991 Ford Ranger. That's what
Okay.
I drove.
Nice.
Yep.
I like it.
So, Meri says, Kody says, basically, you can choose to leave and I cannot. And Meri says, that's bullshit. That is
Mhm.
not fair to me. And I would have preferred you told me years ago that you wanted to leave.
Right.
Kody on the couch says,
Okay. Go ahead.
you know, I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6. It rattled me. What? What? First of all, take Sonny and Cher's name right out of your mouth.
Right. Take Cher's name out of your mouth, really.
Do you
That's
remember
what it
when
was.
Sonny was on the Golden Girls and he was dating Dorothy?
Yes.
Oh God, so great.
Yeah.
What is he?
Cher is
What?
infinitely cooler than Sonny Bono ever was.
I agree, but what are they What is he talking
It
about,
rattled him,
Amanda?
Amy. It rattled him.
God, he was 6, dude. When I was 6, I didn't know what was happening with celebrity divorces.
When I was 6, I was really into my Donnie Marie Osmond record box, though.
Well, of course. And when I
Yeah.
was 6, I was playing Billy Joel Glass Houses real loud, boombox to the floor, so
your
the
dad would
neighbors
come
would
home.
call my dad to come home from work.
Right.
So Kody says, I don't know why I'm hanging on here, especially when I know damn well I don't want to be married to Meri
Mhm.
or Janelle.
Right.
And he says, and Christine did me a favor by being brave enough to leave me. Now, I'm going to say something maybe controversial here.
Okay.
I think in the future, nah, never mind. I was going to say, I think in the future, maybe Kody and Christine can become
No.
not friends, but be able to be in the same room together. But then I remembered she's suing him. So never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I see why you think that could
Because
potentially
I think
happen, but
Christine is over this.
Christine's
And
over
I
it.
think Kody is over this.
Yeah.
But like Cody's not over it though.
Christine still trolls him on
Yeah, okay.
Instagram all
Never
the time
mind.
with David. I don't know. They're
Forget
all
it.
children.
Cut the last 5 minutes,
Okay.
editor. Oh wait, that's me.
That's you.
So they talk about the beginning of their relationships, and on the couch, Kody leans in and says, I wish I never would have married her. I wanted to serve her, but everything I did was not enough. And then he says, this marriage was rocky the entire time. But how would I know that? Because he makes no sense. I'm just
No.
going to say that. He makes 0 sense.
He makes 0 sense. And I'm sorry, you have a child together. You can't fucking say that on television.
Correct.
I'm
He says,
sorry. Like, you cannot say, I wish I'd never married the person with whom I had a child. I
one
just think
child,
that's,
6 children.
well, no, with Meri.
Oh,
in
Meri.
particular.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
that is fucking cruel.
Well, then he says, and this doesn't make sense, Amanda. I need you to explain it to me.
Oh, okay.
I had
See what
such better
happens.
relationship with Janelle and Christine and Robin, so I didn't know I had a bad. Like, I don't know what he's saying because I thought he hated Christine and Janelle.
Well, he hated them, but he hated them less than he hated Meri.
Okay.
So here's where I think it is. I think there is a continuum of hatred. Meri's at the top. He hates Meri the most.
Kody just walks around the continuum of hatred.
Continuum of hatred.
Mhm.
Hates Meri the most. Underneath that, by not a lot,
Okay.
there's Christine.
Okay.
He hated her, but hated her less than Meri.
Right.
Janelle is real low. He has very little hatred for Janelle. He did not hate Janelle until she decided to lawyer up and get her money back.
Yeah. And she became the Teflon
prioritize her children.
Mm-hmm.
What an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Robin, who has no hatred.
Okay. I understand.
So what I think happened was...
And now his kids are sprinkled in there. Mm-hmm.
Correct. The kids are also on the continuum of hatred.
Yeah.
Leon at the top.
And then Maddie.
McKelty at the bottom.
Maddie in the middle.
Yeah, Maddie's high.
Close to the top.
Maddie's pretty high. Logan's pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
McKelty's pretty low. Probably Aspen's pretty low.
Yeah.
But the challenge is what I think happened to him is he marries Meri and is like, okay, I hate her, but I'm married to her, so we're going to be happy. And then married Janelle and was like, oh, there's the potential for this to be better. Okay. But then marries Christine, who is somewhere between Meri and Janelle. Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, maybe this is just what marriage looks like. Then finds Robin and doesn't hate her at all and goes, oh, I can be married to someone and not hate them.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that breakdown. Thank you for that breakdown. I appreciate that. So Janelle on the couch. That's real sad, dude. But I guarantee, like the United Way meter that you fill.
Yes.
He has one of those on his board.
Yeah, he's got a thermometer for his continuum of hatred.
So Janelle on the couch says, "Who is this guy who is saying these things? This is not the guy we were all married to."
Nope. Nope.
TBI?
Alien possession? Maybe what happened to Timmy happened to him too. But he got
Maybe.
possessed by the aliens. Timmy got freed from the aliens.
So Kody tells the camera, "You don't get to." Oh, this is my paraphrase. I'm like, he said that. You don't get to see the reason he stayed for so long, Amanda, is he's scared of the church leadership because you don't get the credit for buying. They don't extend you credit to buy more wives if you start returning the ones you have to the store.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't get more pussy
Yes. If he
if he
started
returned some
returning
pussy.
it. Yes. So he goes, "Then I met Rob and I realized, okay, this is what this should look like. Instead of F and F, and the second word is fight, or F and the first word is fight, that doesn't create intimacy. It creates orgasms."
I need Kody Brown never to say the word orgasm again.
Okay,
I think every molecule in my body dried up.
first of all, what do you think Kody thinks an orgasm is, a female orgasm? What do you think he thinks that looks like?
Him going to Pound Town and her going, ah! He's never made
It's
a
like
woman
it's like when
orgasm.
Robin finally exhales because she's been holding her breath the whole 3 minutes that
Right.
he's been pounding her, and then she goes,
Yep,
and
that's
he's
the
like,
orgasm.
"That's an orgasm. There
That's
you
it.
go."
That's it.
Oh gosh. Then he goes,
He's never if he has ever brought a woman to orgasm, it was by accident.
first of
It was
all,
not intentionally.
I've never heard the phrase "fucking fight." I've
Nor
heard
have I.
fight or flight.
I've heard fight or flight as well, or fight, flight, and fawn.
I'm gonna write this down.
As a fawner, I know this one well. Yeah, fuck or fight is not a phrase,
I'm
dude.
gonna write it down because I bet you I know where I can find it.
On the
The
manosphere.
manosphere.
Yep.
Okay.
Go to 4chan.
So Kody
Special browser just dedicated to the manosphere, like an incognito browser, so they never find you again.
Oh wait, I have to go listen to a Joe Rogan podcast. Maybe
You're
this will
right
make
on
sense.
that. Yeah.
So Kody says to Meri, we could philosophize all we want about this, but philosophizing about being happy. He goes, we need to. Oh, he philosophizes that when they stop being happy.
I see.
And he says we philosophizing. We have different timestamps for when we weren't happy anymore.
Right.
Kody tells Meri, "I actually like you now, and I didn't for 6 years." And Meri says, "It's been longer than that."
Correct.
And she says, "I'm not hanging out at Christmas with you. I'm not your wife." So I think Puddle Monkey cut out the big part where Cody's like trying to get her to come to Christmas.
Right.
And then we learn why.
Yeah.
Because he says, "I have a wife who thinks you need to come over for Christmas because you're family. And I normally disregard her opinion." And Meri goes, "No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Oh, you don't know me if you don't think I have my own mind. No, you don't."
No. Good
Period.
for fucking her.
Yep.
Good for her. Whatever
I
Robin
couldn't
wants
believe
is what he
this.
does.
Mark this down. This is the first time I think he's ever said anything bad about Robin on camera.
Uh-huh. I think
Ever.
so too. Yeah. But it's not even bad.
It just, it's not bad, but it shows like a point of disagreement.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Meri says, "I wish you knew how amazing I really am."
Good for her.
Calm
I
down,
don't think
Meri.
she is, but good for her for saying that.
Then he says, and the reason I shared with everybody last night, let's just never forget when he said, "I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving."
When he was about to be a family annihilator, which I was trying to text that back to you, but I couldn't figure out how to spell annihilate.
Gotcha.
So
So you just give up.
I just gave up and went weirdo or something.
Kind of me. So I used to teach my students actively. I would say, if you're struggling with a word, just rewrite the sentence to not include that word. Just change it.
It's what I do all the time. If I can't figure out how to spell, like I was typing it, I was like, maybe spell check will help me here. No,
Yeah.
I was so far
No.
off spell check,
Yeah.
did not even know what to do with me.
Anymore, just say Chris Watts. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So similarly, he goes, "Bon voyage. Happy life. Happy journey. Bye." Ooh.
He's terrifying.
Kody on the couch says, "I hope Meri will call me when she has fun news to share. And I'm embarrassed that my other divorces created such contemptuous enemies." Stop. Stop.
Stop
All
making
right.
up words, you fool.
Fucking next time on.
Okay.
Christine and David are wedding venue shopping, kind of. And Isabel's like, this is way too fast. Way too fast. Mm-mm.
Isabel's having a panic attack at
Yep.
this resort.
Meri introduces us to Tanner. Please no. Please
No.
no.
Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm.
No, we got our first Tanner sighting.
And then I just wrote, I don't need quirky music over Christine and David making out.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. Not into
This
it.
is what you're giving
This
us, Puddle
this is gonna
Monkey?
be hard, Amy. Here's the thing. I'm glad Christine is happy. I
Sure.
hope they have a great relationship. I hope this is
Sure.
everything she ever wanted.
Sure.
I find literally nothing appealing about this man. Nothing.
I think if we saw some real conversations between them, like
Maybe.
let's get a story about what he went through when his wife passed. Tell us about it. Like similar to Golden Bachelorette.
Right.
Give us a
Also,
confessional and talk about that woman and what you went through and give us
right.
some depth.
Something about your children.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
I can discount some of it, at least at this point, to him not being comfortable on camera yet.
Sure.
Because Christine was super weird when she got on camera for the first time too. Like, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
super comfortable now. She's been doing it for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just don't find him remotely compelling
No.
in any way, shape, or form.
The only thing compelling about him is if he really starts to stand out and become the anti-Kody,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm on board.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see him with Kody. Is he going to troll him a little bit? Is he
I
going to
hope so.
be, I need to see this.
I want him to like stand next to Kody and just be taller
Just,
because that
just
will
be
kill
bigger.
him.
Just
Just
be
be
bigger.
bigger. Just be a
Yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
presence.
Yeah. I
That'll
agree.
kill him.
All right, Amanda, who is this week's winner of the episode? Who wins the Coyote Pass award?
I'm giving it to Meri.
Oh.
I'm giving it to Meri for going, no, dude, I'm not letting you just tell the whole story of this and
Mm.
it's whatever story you want. I'm telling my own story. Do I find her annoying as fuck? Yes. Does she need to stop with the like weird TikToks? Yes.
The
But
Yeah. It's weird.
but I'm giving her the no, I'm not coming to hang out with you at Christmas. We're not married.
Yeah.
I got us divorced. I'm giving her the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
The loser is clearly all of Christine's children.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
haven't-
they just have to be around this. I feel real sorry for them.
Yeah, at least.
Now, I will
oh,
say this. Let me say this. My dad and my mom were married for 25 years. They got married, as you know, when my dad was 19.
right.
He had never dated. My mom had never dated. Really. I mean,
Yeah, they dated each other. Yeah.
yeah. When they got divorced, my dad very quickly started dating, obviously, and was remarried within a year, I
Right.
want to say. He is now on year, they got married in 2003. They're still married? 22
19.
years?
Nine-
22?
21.
21.
21.
21. Yeah.
We got there.
So like, yeah, this could work. But,
Sure.
but my stepmother, somebody he knew his whole life from school.
Got it. Okay.
So I do feel like that there is an exception and that can be it if you know the person. But again, we don't know David.
No, nor does Christine. And she doesn't have the vetting power because she doesn't have the experience of vetting people.
Right.
So,
All
I
right.
worry.
Very quickly, let's go to our Facebook comments. Then I want to talk very quickly about a point of
Yes.
contention from the Meri Q&A that I participated in.
Yes.
Facebook comments from last week's episode. We have something from Alyssa.
Okay.
Who says, we go from one show with an oozing penis to another show with raw placenta eating. What are we doing, TLC?
Yes. TLC, I don't need you to
It
be
is the
this
learning
much of the
channel.
learning I don't need to learn these things.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, don't forget, they gave us the birth stories.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. There was a day you could turn on TLC and see
A
a
hoo-ha.
placenta coming out.
Yeah. Or a hoo-ha. Yep. Yep.
Karina says, I hope I'm saying that right. Says, Gabe just clowned Kody for his hot water and lemon. Love it.
Love it. Yep.
Love it.
Love it.
Katie says, and I agree with this point, but it's not TLC's irresponsibility, it's McKelty's. How irresponsible of TLC for saying eating raw placenta is a cure for postpartum?
Yeah. It's incredibly
There are
irresponsible.
so many ways that is insulting to those of us who've had it, to those who've had it. Yeah, I agree.
That's what really annoys me about this whole
agree.
McKelty placenta thing. Because she's like, well, if you just ate your placenta, you wouldn't have postpartum depression. Like,
Yeah.
girl, it's not that simple.
And then somebody else, and I didn't write it down, might have been Heather, said, we loved this Gabe episode right near his birthday, and he had a
Yeah.
win. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
It was the October 13th episode because it was my mother's birthday. So,
Yes, it
yeah.
was.
And he's the 11th.
All right. So one thing that I just wanted your opinion on, Aaron, to chat about real quick is on the Q&A, somebody asked Meri,
Mhm.
why did you guys move from Vegas?
Okay.
Okay. Meri says, and this is how she reads every question.
To be
And
fair, that's probably what I would be doing too.
if you guys are listening, I'm squinting and just trying to look at the phone.
Right.
Okay. So she goes, why do we move to Vegas? Well, our family was being persecuted by the state of Utah.
Right.
Didn't you see? Like, we were wanted. And then she just moves on. Okay. So she
Okay.
read the question wrong.
Right.
So Amy Archer peeps up in the comments and I do a little star, star, star. So my comment will stand out. And I said, the OP was asking, why did you move from Vegas?
Vegas to Flagstaff.
Okay,
Yes.
so Jen sees my comment
Mm.
and she says, oh, Meri, you answered that question wrong. It
Okay.
is from Vegas.
Good
Why
job,
did you
Jen.
move from Vegas?
Thank you, Jen.
And Meri, you could tell she didn't know what to say. You could
Ooh.
tell she was flustered in the moment.
Ooh.
And she said, we knew coming in that Vegas was not going to be our permanent home. Wait, let me get my notes. Okay. So first she says, I have no idea. That was always very confusing. And you could see she's buying herself time.
Right.
Then she says, Vegas was always going to be temporary. And then she says, Kody wanted to move to Utah, but none of us did. So we picked a place that we could all agree on.
Nope.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
Case closed.
That's not what happened. Christine wanted to move back to Utah the whole damn time. She always wanted
but
to go back to
somebody
Utah.
said she didn't want to move back to Utah at this time because polygamy was not decriminalized
Yeah,
in
it hadn't
Utah
been
until
decriminalized yet.
2020.
So okay, I'll give you that. But no,
Yeah.
it's not that they all wanted to move, that Kody wanted to move back to Utah and no one else did. I'm sorry. The only acceptable answer to this question of why did you move from Vegas to Flagstaff is because Robin needed to be near Dayton in college. That's it.
Why didn't Dayton go to UNLV?
I don't know.
That's the real question here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a great college right in Vegas. UNLV is a great school.
Right.
Now, maybe he couldn't get into UNLV. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what kind of student he is. I don't know what he studied. Like,
I just think it is not a coincidence that this happened.
No. This was entirely driven by Robin and her need to like helicopter parent over Dayton, even though now he's living in a trailer in her backyard.
And then I'm thinking Robin was probably like, I don't want to stay in Vegas anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She probably encouraged him not to apply to UNLV because,
Right.
kids and their loose morals here in Vegas.
I wonder if Alice and stepdaddy Paul had moved out of Vegas at that point. I wonder where they lived.
We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Ace probably knows.
All right, guys, we've said it all.
We've said it all.
I'm exhausted. This is a workout for me every Saturday morning.
I understand, but it's
I
a
love
great
it.
way to start our day.
It's a great workout. I sleep well Saturday nights because I'm tired.
You're tired.
All right. Anything else we have to cover?
I don't think so. I think that hits all of our points.
Okay. All right. Guys, this video will be up. The link should be in your show notes if you are on Supercast and Patreon. If you're on Apple subscriptions, I have no way to get that to you. So,
Can't
and
help
that's
you.
okay. Whatever. If you're my one subscriber on YouTube,
right.
I can't. So YouTube, the whole reason I had to like shut my idea of YouTube down, they don't let you schedule videos.
Right.
Who doesn't like?
I know. How can you not feature to schedule content?
The only thing you can do is you could schedule a time when you want your video to go from unlisted to public.
Okay.
But that doesn't help me in the membership. I don't want it to go public. I want it to go just for the members.
Correct.
It's a real bad setup, and I apologize that I got everybody's hopes up over it.
Well, but one thing about YouTube, we now are on the hook because the Backdoor Friends came.
Oh,
we're over 1,000.
We are going to be doing YouTube lives. Yes,
yeah,
we are going to be doing YouTube lives. I have a plan because I have to make everything like a teachable unit. And everything has to be connected in some way. It's the teacher brain in me.
Right.
I have a plan for the YouTube lives. I'm formulating it. It's going to happen in November. That will be your first one.
Okay.
We'll get there and we're going to have a ton of fun with it.
Yes, we will. We love doing that.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we said it all.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love all of you,
Yes, we do.
and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.